Whether it's games that have already been released or just rumored to possibly be coming out, or the releases have been announced and it just hasn't hit store shelves yet, the Nintendo Switch is very quickly becoming a system that looks like it's going to be the home of a lot of fantastic ports and remasters of older games, particularly RPGs, especially RPGs and games related to popular Japanese developers. We already have things like Grandia 1 and 2 coming over, stuff like Onimusha from PS2 is coming over. There's lots of rumors of different games might be coming down the pipeline. One that's recently rumored is Nocturne. That could possibly be happening on the Nintendo Switch. That would be amazing. So I would love to hear from you guys. What are some of the games that have been maybe just rumored or haven't been announced yet at all that you would love to see enhanced versions on the Nintendo Switch? One of mine, already is possibly rumored that I held up here already. Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne. This is one I would love to see on the Switch. Another series that is rumored to be coming back in some form, and any form would be amazing, but I would really like to see a Switch port of the Time Splitters trilogy. That was one that would be incredible. PS4 would also be cool, and a brand new Time Splitters game, that of course would be awesome. I think that's the most likely thing to happen here, but I would really like a Switch port of the trilogy, the original trilogy here. That would be a heck of a lot of fun. One that I feel is slightly unlikely to happen. A couple other ones that I feel like are definitely on the unlikely end, but would be fantastic now that Monolith Soft is really at home with Nintendo, and I feel like has really kind of found its place finally. Why not bring over some GameCube games, and related to them, why not bring over Baten Kaitos and Baten Kaitos Origins on the Nintendo Switch? That would be a really great port to GameCube exclusive RPGs that I don't think are very well remembered. I think that people that actually played them really enjoyed them, particularly I think the first one sold okay. Origins not so much, because I believe the Wii was already on store shelves by the time it came out, but that would be fantastic to bring those over. That would be great. And of course, old Squaresoft games, just compilations of old games like that, I think would sell really, really well, even if they're just compilations without a heck of a lot of work done to them, or full remasters in any form. I think they would be a killer seller. I think they would, in physical, even collector's editions, even just some sort of physical form on the Nintendo Switch, I think would be an easy sell. And one series I would like to see come back in that form, even just a collection or an HD remaster, Parasite Eve 1 and 2, you can forget Third Birthday, just 1 and 2 on the Switch, that would be pretty amazing. I would like to see that, but again, another one of those in the unlikely category. And ones that are in the fairly likely category that are actually my 3 most wanted ports or remasters on the Nintendo Switch, the ones I want to see the most, one that I feel like is going to happen. I think it's just a matter of time. Maybe we're waiting for the larger capacity Switch cartridges to come out before this is possible, but I really think Xenoblade Chronicles X, I would love to see that, and I genuinely think we will see this by the end of 2019. I think that is within the next 12 to 15 months or so. I think we're going to see that. I think it's going to happen. And related to that, something that's been kind of rumored, who knows if it's going to come to the Nintendo Switch, depending on what deals are going on with Namco and Bandai Namco now. But I would love to see them get their hands on a remaster of the Xenosaga trilogy. That would be amazing. I would love to see that on pretty much anything, but obviously preferably the Switch, particularly since that's now the home of the Xeno franchise, now all the Chronicles games and things like that. But yeah, I would love to see that. That would be one of my top ones. And of course, one that is very popular, and since they've been announcing some other projects, everyone keeps mentioning this. And yes, this is also one of my top 3 ports that I would love to see on the Switch, a remaster of Skies of Arcadia, maybe an eventual sequel, but that might be pushing it. Hopefully, a remaster, and maybe those sales would then make Sega go out and make a full sequel, who knows, but at least, an HD remaster of Skies of Arcadia. That would be amazing on the Switch. I'd love to see that. And related to that, we have all these Genesis compilations all the time. I feel like the Saturn isn't popular enough outside of Japan to get a lot of compilations. I don't think Sega would do that. That would be amazing if they did. But the Dreamcast, I feel like the Dreamcast is the perfect system for different remasters or just sort of Sega Ages compilations of Dreamcast games on the Nintendo Switch. I think those would just sell the gangbusters. I think those would go nuts. People go crazy for things like that. So I'd love to see more Dreamcast games, but the one I would like to see the most, and now that we already have, a lot of people I think would want Shenmue 1 and 2 ported over to Switch. That would be really cool. But I don't see it happening. It would be amazing if it did. I don't see it happening, and I'm happy that we already have at least a release on the PlayStation 4. But for the Switch, specifically the Dreamcast thing, I would like to see the most would be Skies of Arcadia. So definitely, anything Xeno related here, I would love to see X. Again, I think is going to come out 2019. I would bet money on that. But coming out, I really would like to see that. And Skies of Arcadia. So lots of options here, and lots of things that I, as a physical collector and as a big fan of the Switch as it's been going on here so far, those are the types of things I would really love to see. Of course, some brand new IPs would be amazing, but as far as sticking with older enhancements and ports of some classic games and expanding them to a new audience or re-experiencing them in a new way, these are the ones I would love to see the most come to the Nintendo Switch, and I'd love to hear what you guys would like to see. Would you like to see some Wild Arms, things like that? How about the Arc the Lad, especially the original PlayStation trilogy? That would be really cool. There's so many options. What would you guys love to see come to the Nintendo Switch?